We would all like to live forever, right? Or at least a little longer. Is our lifespan too short to see the whole world? To live a full life? To learn everything? If only we had more time, imagine what we could achieve. If a machine was created that would give you a longer life, would you step into it? It is said that the last enemy to be destroyed is death. During the 1970s, in the Mojave Desert in the United States, a special machine was being developed by a man named George Van Tassel. It was called the Integratron, and it was reported that this machine could bestow everlasting life. Van Tassel explained that he was given the plans to develop the machine by otherworldly beings, visitors from space, located at Giant Rock, which is a large boulder weighing about 25,000 tons and made of quartz granite rock. It was regarded as a sacred site by the Native American Indian tribes, and the old shamans would lead their disciples up to the rock for spiritual ceremonies. Giant Rock and the surrounding area are thought to sit on a powerful geomagnetic region, which is believed to emit magical healing properties. A cavity was blown into the rock with dynamite sometime in the 1950s by loner Frank M. Kritzer, who then went on to live in this self-made cave underneath the boulder for a number of years. And during this time, George Van Tassel visited him there, and they meditated together. After Kritzer's death, Van Tassel held weekly meditation sessions in the cave, where Van Tassel began to channel other beings. When Stars Look Down is the first book in a series by Van Tassel about his encounters with alien beings who spoke to him telepathically, instructing him in the building of the Integratron. He believed that blueprints for the fantastic technology he was being given had existed for thousands of years, and that in the past, the same instructions and guidelines were given to ancient cultures, and that these people described the beings he spoke with as angels. In 1958, Van Tassel constructed an airport on a dry lake bed near to Giant Rock, and an unexpected craft landed on the runway. It was described as bell-shaped, 36 feet in diameter, 19 feet high, and hovered 10 feet above the ground, leading Van Tassel to speculate that the craft was using anti-gravity technology. A humanoid figure descended from the spaceship, walked towards Van Tassel, and made contact. He invited George aboard the spacecraft, and George was led beneath the craft, where a beam of light came down and took him up into the ship. This was the first of many such visits from beings to Van Tassel. He was also able to contact them through meditation, and it was during one of these encounters that Van Tassel received the message to build the Integratron, which took him 24 years to complete. These incidents brought a lot of interest from outside parties, so Van Tassel set up UFO meetings in 1958, and the first UFO conference, known as the Giant Rock Spacecraft Convention, was held, and it soon became an annual event. The first conference helped lay the foundations for the Integratron, with enough funding to start the initial construction of the machine. The Integratron is a large, white, dome-shaped building. It is 33 feet high and 43 feet in diameter, and the building had 16 sides. No nails were used in the construction of the building, which was made of wood, with a fiberglass shell. Wood was used because it does not conduct electricity, and any electricity created inside was contained within the building. Halfway up the side, an armature was built into the center, which could turn. This was a capacitor to help create the high-voltage electricity needed to run the machine. The building itself was completed in 1960, but Van Tassel continued working on the electromagnetic system. It was claimed that this machine could extend a person's life, and Van Tassel hoped that with this extended life, we could make use of the extra time to develop, and that it would give us more time to evolve and improve ourselves as human beings. The Integratron was regarded firstly as a rejuvenation machine, but Van Tassel said that it could also be a doorway to other worlds. The Integratron was at the same latitude as the pyramids in Egypt. which he believed were also ancient rejuvenation machines and portals to other dimensions. Both the Integratron and the pyramids are built to harmonic proportions and resonate acoustically. Van Tassel set out to prove that acoustics can be used to heal or kill. With the right frequency, a sound can make a person feel good. But with the wrong frequency, a sound could bring a man down. And this maleficent sound is known as the Devil's Chord. How it worked: you walked into one door, through the building, and out at the other end. And it was claimed that from this short trip, a person was given 30% more life force. How did it do this? The building was harmonized to rejuvenate the body's own cells. It was with the manipulation of electromagnetic waves, using the harmonies and acoustics of the building, and time spent within the building. Walking in a certain direction would apparently rejuvenate the body's cells and therefore extend life. In an interview on the 9th of February 1978, Van Tassel spoke about his machine and its implications, how it was 94% complete and almost ready to be used. After the show, he returned home where he suddenly died from a heart attack. This was always seen as quite suspicious, as Van Tassel was a healthy man, and what was even more devastating for his friends and family is that during his funeral, his home was broken into, ransacked, and all his equipment and paperwork was stolen. Van Tassel's life was cut short, but his friends and followers continued his work, and although communication was lost with the off-world beings that Van Tassel claimed to be in contact with, associates continue Van Tassel's undertaking, and still humanity looks for ways to prolong life. Do you want to live forever? Or maybe just a little longer? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and make sure to like and subscribe.